It must have been cold there in my shadow. Don't ever have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. You always walked a step behind. I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. Only a face without a name. I never once heard you complain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I'd like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. 'Cause you're the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I have it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Why, hello there. It's Mr. McFlanagan, your old buddy, your old pal, your old chum. We got some Star Wars Battlefront beta gameplay. This is on the Xbox One, if you're wanting to know. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Battlefront beta. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the fall game buying season, or that's what I like to call it, because I mean, you know, every fall these game developers put out the best games, and there's a lot to pick from, and there's a lot of games to choose from, and I kind of want to give you my idea, my fall game buying guide. Before I get into that, I want to talk about the Star Wars Battlefront beta. Now, to me, you guys have heard this, I was excited for this beta. I was super excited, and I want to give you my most honest opinion. And the thing is you ever met a girl in life who's just beautiful? I mean, she's just a knockout, a 10 plus, beautiful. I'm sure you guys have. I mean, I know you, I'm sure of it. Now, I've met a girl in life that's just beautiful, hot, sexy, and then you go out on a date with her and you just have nothing in common. There's nothing to talk about, and she just doesn't have any personality. You know, you ask her, what are you into? What do you like to do? And she's like, oh, you know, I just like to talk on my cell phone, and you know, I like to eat, and I like to watch TV. And you're just like, but yeah, what are you really into? And she just can't come up with an answer. There's nothing there. There's just nothing there. It's a beautiful looking woman with really no substance. Now, to me, that's what the Star Wars Battlefront beta was. And the reason I say that is because I felt like I could make absolutely no impact on the battle. Like I was helpless. No matter how good I played, no matter what I did for the team, It really didn't matter whether I won or lost. It was just kind of random. And for me, that is like the definition of a no-skill game, and it almost makes it not fun. Because, I mean, if you're virtually, helpless in a video game, and you're playing a multiplayer game, what's the point of playing? It's like, I feel like if I didn't show up to this battlefield, nothing different would have happened, really. And there's no way to really work as a team in this game, so I don't understand. And another thing that's funny about Battlefront, is that the original game, the mode that was online and was popular, was called Conquest. And it's funny that they didn't have Conquest in the beta. And I don't know if it's because Battlefield has kind of stole the Conquest game player mode or has adapted that to their game. They felt like there was a conflict of interest. But honestly, the Conquest in Star Wars was a heck of a lot better than the Walker Assault. It was just a heck of a lot better. You captured nodes. They were like domination points, and it took a long time to cap them, and it was really close quarter heavy fighting and more infantry based to cap. I mean, you could get in vehicles, but the vehicles were super weak. But in Star Wars Battlefront 3, the vehicles are super, super strong. I mean, the vehicles are so strong in Star Wars Battlefront that there were sometimes I would die 5 times in a row to a walker, or 5 times in a row to a turret, or 5 times in a row to a chicken walker, which the chicken walker is the smaller walker. Now, I get in the walker here, but I don't do very good with it, but I think this is the first time I ever got it, and I just wanted to see what it was like. I think you gotta kind of have to learn where the laser goes and this and that. And the shit of this game is, what this game, the shitty thing of this game is that you would have thought, DICE, EA would have put their very best stuff on display to make you want to buy this game. I feel like that's what most games do. But I felt like we got a very, very small taste of what this game is. And I tell you what, I'm not going to spend $60 on a taste. Just a taste. Here's a sip. Now give me $60. Plus you're going to have to buy a $50 download content pack. I just don't feel like that was enough to really make me purchase this game. I have doubts about this game. I'm not going to be buying this game until I see more of it. If I see more of it and it looks like there's a whole bunch more content and there's some game types that appeal to me, I'm not buying this game. And the last thing I'm going to say about this, game is that they should have made this game either first person or third person. They shouldn't have made it both, because third person you can see so much more than in first person, and if you're playing at first person in this game, you're at a strong disadvantage. And personally, I don't like playing third person games. I feel like it takes you out of the immersion of the game. It's kind of like, a magician is only efficient if you don't learn his trick. And in a third person, I feel like I know the trick. I feel like I'm playing a game. I don't feel like I'm actually the person in the game. I feel like I'm playing a game. Where first person, I feel like that's me. I'm playing this game. I feel like I'm totally immersed in the game. But that's just a personal preference. But I'm telling you guys, if you do buy this game, don't play in first person, because you're playing at a high disadvantage. It's pointless. But on to more games that I will be buying. For instance, Fallout 4. I know a lot of you guys who watch my channel are Call of Duty heads. You like first person shooters, you're not into, story-based games. But if you're going to buy one story-based game this year, it's got to be Fallout 4. It's going to have online multiplayer. If you're on a console, you're going to be able to use the mods, which is going to be amazing. Mods make games entirely better. They improve graphics, they improve the story. They even take bugs out in the game, like bugs that should have been fixed. You can get somebody who makes a mod that fixes like a lighting issue or anything. So Fallout 4 has never disappointed. It's a story-based game. I'm not set now. If it's bad, don't come back and blame me. Just don't. But I'm telling you, that's probably going to be my Game of the Year choice by far. It's a safe buy. And I would have to say my second most anticipated safe buy game would be Black Ops 3. Hands down. We actually got to play the beta, and we actually got to play it for quite a long time, and we actually got to see a lot of things in the beta. I mean, I think I ranked up to level 46 in the game, and I was just highly impressed with that beta. And I've already pre-ordered it for the Xbox One. I think that's the only game that I've actually pre-ordered for the Xbox One console, because I've pretty much made the switch to PC. I've played games on PC that play so much better compared to Xbox One. I mean, the Battlefront beta being an example of that. I played the Battlefront beta on Xbox One, and it seemed like game to game, it was just bad. Like, one game my shots would register and I felt like I was in control. The next game it seemed like the enemy was taking, twice as many shots to kill, where on PC the consistency was there. I feel like maybe the servers are better, or I don't know, the game runs smoother. I don't know. There's no explanation for it. And what else? What other game was I thinking of to buy this fall season? If you have a PC, the last game that you must buy, must get is H1Z1. You have to pick up that game. Like, there's no if, and, or buts. I would have to say H1Z1 is the best game I've played since, like, Halo 2. And the reason I say that is I'm the type of person who only has room in their life for one highly competitive game. Highly competitive game, and really Call of Duty's that. That's the game that gets my adrenaline going. That's the game that pisses me off sometimes. That's the game that I love sometimes. And I don't want to play so many competitive games at one time. And H1Z1 is still a multiplayer game, but I feel like it's more of a immersion into survival versus a like deathmatch, in your face high pass action. It's all about getting your gun, getting your stuff, getting ready, and having everything set up, all your gear, and setting yourself up for a chance for success. And it's just a completely different game. If you haven't tried it and you have a PC that's capable of running H1Z1, you're doing a huge disservice to yourself. Please try H1Z1. Now, my last game that I would say don't buy it, I'm not telling you to buy it, but it's something to keep an eye on, is Halo 5. Halo 5, I can guarantee, will have an amazing single player. If you like single player shoot 'em up games that you can play with your friends, I think it's 8-person or something, 8 or 6. You need to check out Halo 5 just for single player, even if you don't care for multiplayer. But I will tell you this, Halo 5 is going to have an easier multiplayer experience. It's going to be more noob-friendly. So if you think Halo maybe was too hard of a game for you to learn, Halo 5 looks to be much easier. It's much more noob-friendly. But that's my video. That's some of the games that I'm interested in this year. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Mr. McFlanagan, and I'll see ya later. And I love you like I love big butt cheeks on a woman, and I know I love it. I'll see you later.